Hey guys, how's it going? Like Butter here. And I was upstairs a little while ago. I woke up pretty late this morning and I was on my laptop and I was looking up some new songs that came out today because I go to these websites to see, what are new rap or hip hop or R&B, whatever it may be, new songs that come out day to day. And I saw that somebody was on there that I haven't seen in years and years, and that person was Chingy. Supposedly, Chingy's making a comeback. For those of you who don't know who he is, you're probably either too young or too old. But I grew up listening to Chingy, and I haven't heard anything about him in about 6 or 7 years. He did One Call Away, he did Right There. I used to buy his albums. That's how long ago it used to be. Since I've even heard what happened to him or whatever. And it made me think about one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life, and that was make a comeback on the whole YouTube scene. Now, let me talk a little bit about basically what happened. So, back in 2007, I had a YouTube channel, but I really didn't take it that serious. And I started to post montages once I saw other people making them for Gears of War. And Gears of War was really the first game that I've seen that was making like steady montages. I think the first Call of Duty 4 montage came out, and that's when Call of Duty started getting very, very popular. I know they used to make COD 2 montages and stuff like that, but it really wasn't talked about. What was talked about was the Gears of War montages that were getting hundreds of thousands of views, and everybody wanted to make one. So I ended up going out and getting a capture card, and eventually I started taking it so serious, and I had so much motivation to do it that it started to show through my videos, and I started putting out better and better videos. And eventually I grew my channel. I think once it hit about 2009, late 2009, my channel was all the way up to 24,000 subscribers, about 6 million video views. I had so many montages that had hundreds of thousands of views, and it went by so fast, but it was awesome. It was an awesome feeling to have that many subscribers, especially at that time. I think at that time CNanners had I don't even know, not that many, probably 10K or something like that. Not like back then in 2009, 24,000 subscribers was basically like what 500K is today, because gaming channels weren't very popular. It was kind of like a new thing for people to be making like gaming videos, and it made me think about what I had to do after I lost my channel in 2010. Or actually, it might have been late 2009, but basically, I lost everything, and it was because I was very, uneducated with the fact that it's easy to get into people's YouTube accounts. Now, of course, there's no such thing as hacking at YouTube. That's what I thought for the longest time of how I got my account hacked. But YouTube has too good of security to allow someone to actually hack into a YouTube account. What they had to have done was got it through my email, and my email security question was easy as hell. All you need to know is a little bit of information about somebody, and you can figure something out if they use real information. That's why these days I don't use any real information. To be honest, my security question on my email is in Chinese, and it's just a bunch of random letters. And the reason for that is because I'll always be able to remember my password, and now I have two-step verification on all my accounts, so I'm safe now. But back then, I didn't really know. And I was thinking about Chingy's comeback, and I was listening to some of his music and stuff. And some of his new music sounds exactly like his old music. It brought me back to the middle school days when we used to listen to him. And I was thinking about it, and I give him props for trying to make a comeback, especially in the music industry, because once you kind of lose that popularity and that that motivation, it's very hard to come back. I want to say coming back and starting YouTube back up from scratch, not having any videos, not having anybody care about me anymore, except the low percentage of you, which I'll get to in a second. It was so difficult to sit there and watch my channel get 2 subs a day for almost 3 months. It was very difficult, and then I moved up to 10 subs a day, and it just felt like I wasn't getting anywhere, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why could I do this back in 2008 and 2009? Why could I do this, and now apparently I'm nobody wants to watch me anymore. I'm no longer interesting. I'm no longer good. People have moved on to other things. It's just, I was like, what am I doing wrong? And it was the hardest thing in the world for me to sit there and know that everything I could have had could have evolved into something. Like, I believe that if I would continue to post videos from '09 into like not losing my channel, I had 24K at that point, okay? And I was getting about 200 subscribers a day. I think that if I never stopped posting videos, I would be up in the 500,000 subscriber range right now, just because 25,000 subscribers was so much more than what everyone else had at that time, and I was just growing so rapidly. And then when I lost my channel, I just lost all of my motivation to do anything. And what hurt me the most was the fact that I lost all of my videos, because back then, I didn't think anything of, oh, what if I get my channel deleted? I think I was on that mental capacity that if I ever did get my YouTube deleted, that I would have no motivation to start over again. And so what happened was a lot of my files were gone. I think I only have like 3 out of the, 15 montages. Nah, maybe I got a little more than that. Maybe I got like 5 out of the 15 montages that I made for Gears 1. And it was sad because I lost a lot of memories with those videos, I took so much time into them, and I was thinking about it. I was like, did I really just waste like 3 years of my life of countless hours of editing and entertaining for nothing? And so what I did is, when I came back, I started setting goals for myself. And I started saying, well, this is a new day and age for gaming. People were getting partnerships and stuff. And when I first got my partnership, the reason I wanted to get it is because it was a goal for me. It was something that I never had. And I started working with some other teams, when I joined Defy, and I saw some opportunities there, and I thought it'd be a good idea to spread the Gears of War love, seeing that Gears 3 was coming out in the next year. I just saw a lot of opportunities where I could bring myself up through other things. I was saying, well, I can't get my 24,000 subscribers back right away, but what I can do is go for things that I've never had before. So I started, I started reaching out to people. I started doing dual comms with different players. I started doing things that I didn't do when I had my other channel. Like, dual comms were unheard of back when I had my other channel. Well, not unheard of, but unheard of for me. I never did them. When it came to the internet, your friends, the YouTube people that you play with, really would just make their own montages, their own videos, and you would just kind of be there and play with them and be friends. Like, I was friends with all of the montage makers back in 2007, 2008, 2009, and now it seems like all the people who make montages are almost like enemies now. And I don't know if it's the fact that there's teams now and there's like rivalries and who's better than who, but it kind of sucks that, like, back then, like, me, a Fallen Tree, Gold Glove, Iceman, all of those people could actually be friends and be like, have that mutual respect for each other. And now it's like, so many people just hate each other, and there's no doubt about it that things have changed. But getting to a point where I felt like it was necessary to actually start setting goals and getting back to where I am today was probably, to be honest, one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, to find motivation and to start from scratch after putting so much work into something that you almost feel like went as wasted. So for those of you who have been around since my first channel, I love you guys. And even some of you, I know there's a lot of you who are new and be like, oh, I didn't remember you in Gears 1, or didn't even watch Gears 1 videos. It's all good, because I can't blame you guys, because Gears 1, although it was a popular game, not many people played it compared to other shooters. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about how hard it is to kind of make a comeback and start from scratch, and that's pretty much what Chingy's doing. And it just made me think about this, and I thought I'd do like a little commentary on it to just thank you guys for sticking with me and kind of guiding me back to where I am now. And it's just I'm just gonna keep doing what I do the best that I can, and I can't ask for anything more from myself. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys later. Take it easy, guys.